There we go. Good morning, everybody. Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. I'm going to pull some cards out for the collective, do some channeling. Let's see what the guides want to tell us today, huh? And I'm also doing some mini reads as well. So if you've got a question for your higher self and you're on the live with me, you can get that answered. It's by donation, so just check out that pinned comment that's in the live chat there. It tells you that it's super chat, super sticker, or there's a PayPal link in there as well. So a minimum of $5, please. And if you've got a question for your higher self, just put a capital Q at the start of your comment, and then I can find it easy. So let's get some cards out for the collective. Hey Maria, hi Tanya. We've got to, according to the energy update for today, Friday the 2nd of April. It's the end of the week already. Time's flying. Hi Christine. Yeah, according to the energy update for today, we've got to hold something sacred, keep things secret. We might be having some manifestation going through, or just maybe just realizing that we've been sharing too much information about ourselves with too many people, or maybe just the wrong kind of people, and dispersing our energy instead of holding what's important to us sacred, you know. Hey Timothy. Let's get some cards out. Hey Deborah. What did you all think of the pick a card read last night? Or today for some of you? The Masks one. Interesting. I'm going to be recording another one this morning before I go to the gym. Don't know what I'm going to be doing it about, but that will just go out because it's the weekly that goes out tonight. The pick a card that I record today is going to go out day after, Saturday night. Not sure what I'm going to do yet, but sure I will by the time I've got the flower ready, because I want to get to the gym as soon as I can. So I'm going to be recording it directly after this. We've got the Bridges of Change. Yeah, got to do things differently. That's what the energy update was asking us to do. Do things differently now. Think about it a little bit more. Everything I said was so true for you. Pick a card. It was interesting. They were interesting readings. Bring us a change. We've got to change the way that we do things. We've got to examine it. It's interesting. Somebody commented on one of the videos saying, "Oh, it makes me laugh." They didn't sound like they were laughing. It makes me laugh when readers say, "Just choose someone that's at your own level," because they don't exist. And that's when we know, when we say things like that, or when we're in that kind of an energy, that's when we know we've got to change something, right? Because, I mean, I'm not saying that there's like matches everywhere, a dime a dozen kind of thing. There's people everywhere for you to choose from. But I don't know, just that comment stood out to me because it's like, well, look at your energy right there in the comment. It makes me laugh when, well, you don't sound like you're laughing, you don't sound like you're happy. Who is your actual match? Maybe she is meeting her matches. Do you know what I mean? We've got to do things differently. We've got to approach things differently, and we've always got to take that responsibility for ourselves. Been busy. What have you been busy doing, Timothy? Yeah, it was an interesting one. I do like the pick a card readings. I get so much out of them personally myself, generally. Bloom, that's a good one. We like the Bloom card. It's when we're confident. It's when we do our hair in strange styles and we're really, really confident. We've got to be confident as well. And we don't necessarily need to answer questions, is what I just heard. So if there's something that you don't want to answer, you don't have to answer it. Do you know what I mean? If there's a secret that you want to keep, If there's something that you want to hold really dear and not gossip about yourself and things that are important to you, then it's okay to say no. If someone asks a question directly about that, don't know who needed to hear that? Maybe me. You only attract monsters. I'm not a monster, Christine. How dare you say that? Timothy, the weather is getting above freezing. Oh, it rained yesterday. It dropped the temperature so much because it's been stinking hot here. Morning, Alana. Busy outdoors is good. Yeah, the temperature dropped considerably. It's great. Wait for the sun to come out today. It's coming up now. Then it's going to heat up. Look at all the vehicles. Or vehicles. Whoa, you're getting all sorted. That's good. Organized. So yeah, maybe you don't always have to answer questions. Some of us, me, can be a little bit too truthful and a little bit too open. Oh my God, I can be ridiculously open with the wrong people. I can just like tell everybody, like start a YouTube channel, tell everyone everything about me. I just am. I'm a little bit too truthful, and it's been hard for me to, even though I know I need to reel myself back in, to even say like, no. If someone asks me a question, I find it very hard not to tell them the truth. Let's put it that way. Staying single. Oh, Timothy, she's calling you a monster. Timothy's not a monster, Christine. I know what you mean though, Christine. You're talking about being attracted to them, letting them in, maybe. A goddess just dived under the table. I need to retrieve her. There she is. Who is it? Who's hiding under the table? Yeah, you're all too honest too. Gotta let that shit go, don't we? Sedna. That's why we've got to protect ourselves, right? Because we're like that. And it's a good way to be, isn't it? But oh my God, it's not with some people. So many people that have just got such shitty energy. I like to think the best of everyone, and I like to see the potential in everyone, but oh my God, my eyes have been open to what most people are really like. Monsters. Sadhana, sadhana, cleansing. Go to water and to seek the answers you're looking for. Leave your worries behind and be reborn through communion with water. Goddess of the sea, Sadhana is with you in the cleansing waters to help you grow. Get in the ocean. Yeah, it's very cleansing. Water to cleanse. You know what I've been doing? It's really annoying. Just lately, I've been getting yogurt and I've been eating it after my dinner in the evening with all the lovely fruit that the fruit fairy leaves me that I've been getting. And it's been really nice because it really fills me up, finishes the meal off and fills me right up in my attempt to just eat clean. My fingers have started hurting in the morning. I'm reacting to it. It's giving me inflammation. I can't eat yogurt. Oh, I was so enjoying the other benefits of it, but I feel the inflammation. I think I can even see it in my face. Damn it. Stop that. What's this? Facebook ads. Your ad is running. Thank you, Facebook. Anyone else have a problem with diarrhea like that? I seem to be okay with the cream in my coffee, but maybe I'm not. Maybe it's just small enough amounts that I'm not noticing the inflammation. Apparently it gets worse with age as well. So I read this morning, the dairy intolerance, because of course it makes sense, doesn't it? It's for babies. And so we're bound to lose whatever it is that the body needs to process milks and stuff as we get older. I don't actually get on that well with fruit either. It's just, I would rather have fruit than gorge my way through a bar of chocolate in the evening. I guess I just need to eat more. Last night I had a salmon, steak? Not steak, with a skin on it, with rice and, oh, what else did I have? Some veggies. Just need to start. You love dairy, do you, Christine? Well, can't remember what. I didn't used to be able to. I can't drink milk. I can't drink a coffee with milk in it, like from a cafe in Australia or in the UK. I react to it. Yeah, I have a tingly reaction to it. Asia, fine. I can drink coffees, and the cows here aren't so manipulated to. I don't know. There's some that to change the breeds of the ones in a lot of the Western countries. Change them so maybe the A2 milk. I believe that the milk in Asia is pretty much all A2 milk because they haven't messed with the cows yet. And the yogurt that I'm getting is from another country. It's a Greek yogurt, not from Greece though. You had someone try and change you. Yeah, narcissists are attracted to you. They won't be once you're empowered, Christine, don't worry. We'll change that. I just got a cat out. Yeah, we've got to see the reality of it, right? Curiosity killed the cat. Remember that? Remember that band? Curiosity killed the cat. Isn't it silly when people try and get us to change? I find that on my YouTube channel too. It's like, why do people do that? They put comments like asking me to do something differently. It's not that I'm completely averse to suggestions or anything like that. It's not that, but the people that I'm talking about are people that ask me to be different. Why? Great as I am. Like, why don't they just go to another channel? I don't get it. Why? You know, you don't go to the forest and go, be the ocean, be the ocean. I don't like the forest, I like the ocean. You don't do that. So why do people do it with people? It's weird, isn't it? But we've all done it. Get into a relationship with the wrong person and then try and change them. Instead of just waiting for the one that's got the conditions, the character or whatever it is that you actually want. Which takes longer, doesn't it, to wait, and we're impatient, damn it, and have it now. Hey Shirley, that's all right. Yeah, most people are not good people, hey, they're not. We've got to be honest about that and truthful about that, and learn to navigate that, protect ourselves, and do our thing in the world as well. Everyone's hiding. That's the truth. I think I said that in one of the pick a card reads, is that where are they? Well, they're not out trying to date and they're not looking for a partner. Those kind of people. Busy getting on with their lives. Right? Here, curiosity. Meet Blaze. With eternal kitten eyes, he experiences each instant of sight, smell, and sensation as if for the very first time. His mind is a delightful question mark. When he meets another kitty, visits an unfamiliar place, or tries something new, his mind is not addled by presumptions and assumptions. There you go, that's what we've been doing, presuming and assuming that people are as good as us and are just like us, and then finding out over and over again that they're not, instead of taking those rose-tinted spectacles off and seeing people as they are, and go, okay, you keep on showing me who you are, I'm going to believe you. He's simply curious and open. Most of all, he's curious about himself. He asks, what am I feeling right now? What do I believe and why do I believe it? What is my heart trying to tell me? Let's cultivate this playful kitten's curiosity so we may continually learn, evolve, and discover. It's interesting because when it said this question mark, His mind is a delightful question mark. Every time I read that, I think he should have a question mark on him, like on his fur. It should have one of those markings that cats have. He should have a question mark on his head or something. And it reminded me that last night, I guess when I was brushing my teeth, I brushed my teeth in the kitchen because the bathroom's got a problem with the sink, so I never use it. But because I leave the kitchen light on, the geckos like to, all the critters, they like to be around the window there, catching the bugs that are attracted to the light. So there's a gecko on the window right in front of me, and every 2 seconds precisely, it would flip its tail to a question mark one side, and then the other side, and then it would put it straight again. 2 seconds later, and I was watching it do it over and over again, precisely timed. His tail's a question mark. Kind of is. I was mesmerized by a gecko for a while there. I think when you're empathic, it's so easy to make allowances for people. Assume they come from the same place as you. We need more empathy for ourselves, for sure. Yeah. Okay. Magic. Let's get some magic out. But we really do need to protect ourselves in this and empower ourselves so we can deal with them. But with that energy update, I don't know, we've got to be more careful with who we share things with. Because we mix our energy. We're vibrational beings, don't forget. We mix our energy with theirs, we take on theirs, pick up people's fears so very easily, or negativity, or aggression, all kinds of things that they might be feeling about us. Whatever we've told them, even if they're not saying it, we pick up on it and we take it on. So we've got to be really careful, protect ourselves, cleanse ourselves when we've done that too. Like I was saying about the ducks yesterday. When ducks have a fight, afterward they will shake their wings, they'll get rid of that energy. We can do the same thing as well with exercise and stuff. And the ocean too. Very good when you're in emotional energy, getting in the ocean. Or a body of water. Hey Arabella. Yes, get it for yourself, Christine. Oh, you're the one in need of it so much. Little Christine that lives in your heart. She wasn't loved right from the start. Oh, time for you to do that, for sure. For sure. Let's get a magic card out. But we're blooming, we're getting better, and we've got to be curious about people instead of diving on right in there and expecting them. It's like, oh, the universe is, this is me, this is old me. The universe has put them in front of me, and I'm feeling so very important to my path. And then I would tell them everything, soak up everything from them, and then only down the line realize not what I was thinking at all. Salt baths. They can deny it, but so often it's just that they're not of that level of awareness about themselves at all. It's not even about accepting or denying it. They don't even. I mean, would you go and explain astrophysics to a toddler? You wouldn't do it. You've got to meet people at their levels, and then sometimes we try and meet people at our levels, like at our emotional level or a self-aware level. They haven't a clue what we're on about. But to that awareness, you're not denying it. Do you know what I mean? It's just not in your awareness yet. Does that make sense? It's not that they're denying it, it's just that they're not even there yet. Vertigo. Whatever you choose will be correct. Horns. My hair's growing now. It's working, all the hair repair stuff. They're getting longer, those broken bits. Vertigo. keys are all standing up. What number? 35. Because it's the 35th of March. Oh, there's a bunch of... Whatever you choose will be correct. Because I used to think that before, that everyone's got a self-awareness and they're just choosing to deny it or whatever, and it's not. They don't have the awareness. It's like when certain conspiracy theorist types can look at someone that's really stupid with very low self-awareness, but up there with seeming power and stuff in the media, and then give them way too much credit, saying that they've even got a higher level of awareness than that, and they're meant to do this for a specific reason to control and stuff like that. It's like, no, they're just really stupid and don't have self-awareness, so they're being controlling and reacting to stuff. We've got to realize that when we're doing the self-awareness stuff, we're in the top level of people doing that. Don't put other people above you that are real stupid. Stop thinking that, because that's not true, right? For a long time you didn't understand the feelings I felt when around other people. Yeah, me too. Thanks, Arabella. What's going on? Emails. I get to Vertigo soon. Do I want to learn? No. Ah, the camera stopped working. This game, again. Oh. Yeah, they're not aware of it. Because as soon as you're aware of it, you do something about it. I don't think I've ever met someone that's been aware of something, but then decides to carry on doing the other thing. No, because we want to get ourselves out of pain. But they're just not aware of it. Anyway, let's read Vertigo. Now we'll get to Arabella. Vertigo. Whatever you choose will be correct. All these keys are standing up. So luxurious is a problem of choice. And yet, as you consider all the dizzying array of possibilities, a sensation of tilting, of things being off kilter, paralyzes you into inaction. What can you do? What should you do? And I'm not resonating with this because I don't get that personally. Notice the key stands straight and true. Each one opens a door leading to opportunities and lessons. Whatever you do now will be correct, but some lessons may be more enjoyable than others, right? In Vertigo, there is pictured one key that's very ornate and decorative. You may feel compelled to grasp it and open its door. Surely the prettiest key would be the most auspicious door. Beware, or be aware. All is not what it seems, and while you cannot make a wrong decision, like the shell reading last night, oh my God. It was my old situation. Bizarre. Seems there's very few people that wouldn't get into that situation now because it is very compelling. It's a pretty key. You may feel compelled to grasp it and open its door. Surely the prettiest key would open the most auspicious door. Be aware, all is not what it seems. And while you cannot make a wrong decision, don't rush to make the obvious choice. The unexpected door will yield the most gratifying rewards and valuable lessons. Be brave and walk through the door less opened. Ritual. Tear pieces of paper into one each squares and write down the choices you have onto squares. Take 2 containers, one labeled plus for the positive aspects of each choice and one minus for the negative aspects of each choice. Fold the pieces of paper and place them in the corresponding containers. Every day for 7 days, go to the container and conduct the ritual of choice. Light a candle to calm your mind and invigorate your intuition, depending on how you're feeling. I don't understand it. because they can't go into positive or negative containers. Every choice is a blend of two. That makes no sense. You can't say that like this is all positive, put it in the positive container. I don't get it. Pull a choice from either the positive or negative bowl. Makes no sense. Don't do that. It's silly. Pick the shell, yeah. The most wounded. The ones that are projecting that, right? It's tricky. Like, and that's what's tricky with me, is that I will choose people that seem like me. They seem like me. They've got confidence. They're doing things, but it's not necessarily, they're not like me. They haven't healed to get themselves there. They're just projecting that image. There's so many people like that. Hey? It's almost been the norm, seen as the norm to be like that, to just blag it, just pretend, just use filters, you know? Just Photoshop yourself. Use filters in real life, not just in photos, you know? Arabella, high self-guidance for you. Thanks for your donation, Arabella. Camera. Let's stop working again. Why does that happen when I get cards out? Oh, because I get cards out all the time. Still not working? Still not working. Oh no. It won't start working again. Why? There we go. That took many attempts. Arabella. Opposite sides of the same coin. Same wounds, but if they haven't done the work on it, they can pretend that they've done the work on it, or they can respond in a different way. It's like the narcissist and the empath. Same wound. Own my idea and flowing, Arabella. Own your idea. So, what have you had an idea about? Whatever you've had an idea about, don't give that idea to other people. Go with it yourself. Hold on to it yourself. Oh, the camera! Shonda. The camera is not working. Wait. Right, I should be back now. Crazy. I wish they'd fix that. Okay, yeah, Arabella, you've had an idea. Arabella, yes. So, you've had an idea. It's right for this moment now, is what I'm hearing, the idea. So it's right for you to proceed with it, and it's right for you right now. And to go with that, it's for you, it's not for anyone else. So don't share that with others. So very much in line with the energy update today. Keep it to yourself and proceed forward with it. You see, when we tell other people about it, even our friends, we straight away we risk the messing up of that energy. Yeah, the judgment energy. So claim it for yourself. You are that. The idea is for you. It's for you to receive and for your benefit. Flow with it and keep it quiet. Otherwise, you're attracting judgment from others. So what do? We share our ideas with other people. We tell people stuff about our relationships or something great that's happened to us. What for? For validation. What do we get? We get judgment. Even if they smile and say, oh, great, they're not. It's judgment that we receive back from most people, right? Hey, Juliana. So, yeah, be careful of seeking validation because you will get judgment back from that. Judgment or their fears, which is judgment, right? So, yeah, whatever that idea is they've had, give it to yourself and see it as a precious gift from the universe. Treasure it as such, like a baby that you've just had that you wouldn't leave outside. Oh, what's your idea? I'm going to get some tarot cards out now. So we've got to be curious about people, but not be stupid about it. And realizing that most people don't have good energy, don't have our best interests at heart, aren't going to give us that validation, aren't the encouragers that we want to believe that they are, and take better care of ourselves, really. You're welcome, Arabella. My knees are actually getting better. Thanks for asking. And so I'm doing this program too. It's just little exercises and stretches and stuff that fix it, which is great. We have the Queen of Crystals. She's got a crystal ball and a cat. What else has she got? Crystals. She's got a stuff. Yeah, she's got a stuff there, the Queen of Crystals. So the Queen of Crystals, she's stable, right? She's in control of her own stuff. She keeps her stuff sacred. That's another thing I used to do as well, not just tell everyone about everything. To share everything, give stuff away. Not hold anything dear for myself, not thinking that it was great to be all giving and sharing and all of that stuff. Wibble. Yeah, she's there with a crystal ball and a chicken. The Queen of Crystals. Let's read her out. She's motherly, she's cautious. She's nurturing, she's loving, she's down to earth. Interesting, it said cautious in there. It's important to have dreams, but also maintain a sense of stability and balance in ourselves too. It's the message of the energy update today. Having balance and stability in ourselves, protecting ourselves. A time to be practical and resourceful with a stable and realistic foundation. It's spinning, yeah, it's disconnecting and connecting and disconnecting and connecting and disconnecting and connecting. I've noticed that. It's the Wi-Fi now. Like a record. Hopefully you can hear me, can you? So the Queen of Crystals, yeah. No, that's not the problem with it. It's not all of that. Yeah, there's a need for grounding and balance and stuff like that. But the problem with the Queen of Crystals can be this loving and nurturing and down-to-earth thing and just juggling all those things like it said that she does, but ignoring herself, right? Personal goals. Not taking that for granted. So there needs to be that personal stability in there. I think you can all hear me still. It stopped disconnecting and reconnecting, so hopefully it's reconnecting. It's better now. I don't think it was you, I think it was my Wi-Fi. So the Queen of Crystals, stability, looking after herself, getting her foundation stable first, And that is so important, especially when we're talking about abundance, material stuff, abundance. You can't focus on anything higher level like fixing the world, healing anyone else, helping anyone else until you've got a stable, abundant foundation for you, for yourself. So many people trying to do that from a place of lack, trying to focus on higher level stuff. You can't, because the majority of your energy is focused on survival, whether you're trying to ignore that or not. You're worried constantly, you're stressed out constantly, you're thinking about survival. When you get that stability in yourself, plenty for yourself, your bank account full, your bills paid, all of that stuff, abundance for yourself, then you can think about higher level things. It frees you up for that. I don't have to think about money anymore. I don't have to think about any of that stuff that used to take all of my energy before. Years ago, it used to take all of my energy to worry about that. And there are so many people, and I used to be one of them, that try and focus on the higher level stuff instead of focusing and sorting out your own material survival needs, abundance first. Gotta do it. We've got to do it. Because you think that you're focusing on the bigger things, and you think, and where it comes from is it's like, I'm not worth it. I'm not worthy of it. So if I just do everything for everyone else that's worthy, for the rest of the world, if I focus on those higher level stuff, then the world will sort out my survival needs. It doesn't. We've got to empower ourselves, sort out our survival needs ourselves. Actually work on it. What was it? Was it in a private reading, or I don't know. There was something about the law of attraction. It was very eye-opening for me because I hadn't realized that. The law of attraction teachers who are almost teaching magic, right? Saying that you can just manifest this thing by thinking about it and stuff like that. But what they're actually doing, what that teacher is actually doing themselves is not that magic stuff. They're working really hard and they're putting the work in, right, to do the teaching. Now, when someone comes along and then believes what they're saying instead of what they're actually doing, because they believe the message rather than what they're actually being shown that person is doing, it doesn't work for them, and it can't work for them because they're not putting the work in. So what I'm trying to say is, and what that reading was trying to say, was that yes, you can be a teacher of stuff and you can make it work because you're putting the effort in, but it doesn't make what you're teaching right. And it's not that manifestation doesn't exist. It's that it doesn't exist without putting the work in, without healing ourselves, without. So that's why I have issue with a lot of that law of attraction teaching stuff. It's not that it's not true, but it's way oversimplistic. And you can't get stuff without doing the work. You can't get stuff without healing yourself. It's not true that you can just be positive. And there's so many kind of depressed people that get attracted to that kind of stuff, to ignore how they're really feeling and just get caught up in it, but they're still living a depressed lifestyle and not doing anything for themselves. And the reason that popped up into my mind is that's what it is when you're not focusing on your survival needs, you're living in a depressed kind of a way. Yeah. If you're not building up, getting a firm foundation for yourself, savings and having plenty of money coming in and all of that, just doing it, empowered and doing that for yourself because you know you deserve it and you'll do it for yourself, then you're kind of living in a depressed kind of a way. Yeah. And so those are the people that are getting caught up in this law of attraction stuff. I know, because I did when I was in that situation too. Because it feels very appealing, because it's like, well, the magic isn't happening. I don't know. I'm doing whatever the religions and spiritual teachings say. I'm helping other people. I'm doing all of this. I'm doing all of that. But I'm not getting my stuff. Why am I not getting my stuff? Oh, I'm going to believe in this magic teacher and try and do the magic even better. And you're spiraling downwards further, less and less empowered with it. It's a trap. And it's not that manifestation doesn't work. It does. It works a whole lot better when you've got those firm foundations in yourself as well. Has a risk of making people deny any negativity. Yeah, it is. The negativity is essential. That's why we do the shadow work, right? And yeah. And when I was in that trap as well, I realized it at some point is that when you keep yourself at a very low level, especially about abundance, when you've got nothing for yourself, but you're being all magical and loving to other people, and then the universe gets you out of the shit, because that's what happens. If you're not being stable like the Queen of Crystals, the universe has to keep on stepping in to save your ass, to save you, because you're not saving yourself. It's not magic. It's not manifestation. That's the universe having to pick you up off the floor over and over again. But I was seeing that as being magic. And I was kind of worried to make my own abundance, to do it for myself, because then I thought, well, how's the universe going to love me then? How am I going to see the magic then? And it was a pit trap. Yeah, making people feel like they're failing if they feel negative thoughts and emotions, so they just pretend that they're happy. But it's like, hang on a minute, are you happy because you're couch surfing? You haven't got anything. Your family have disowned you. You're not taking care of your kids. You're bludgeoning off other people with a smile on your face and pretending that you're giving to them. That's not empowering. That's not a happy lifestyle. That's not the lifestyle of someone that's happy. So I'm saying with addictions too. That's not a lifestyle of a happy person, no matter how much they profess that it is. It's not. Get some coffee. Abundance. And all of that from one card. More coffee, and let's get the second card out. Oi. So imagine how good my knees are going to be when I stop eating yogurt. You're like, or maybe I've made them into superheroes already. Bulletproof knees, as he calls them. If I just get rid of that inflammation, yogurt inflammation, I'll be like the bionic woman. Oh my god, the new fan at the gym is awesome. They haven't put it up on the wall yet, but it is powerful. I broke a sweat, but I tell you what, I wasn't falling over like I was the other day. And everyone just stands in front of it. It's not on the wall yet, so it's just sat on a plastic chair at the moment. But we were all lined up in front of it. It's so good. So they're going to put it up in the middle to have it oscillating around. It's going to, oh, it makes such a difference. And the shop, because they gave me my money back for the fan and delivered the fan, the shop on Lazada messaged me yesterday, and all the message said was Sawadee, which means hello. I'm like, oh, they've realised. So what do I do? Do I message them back? Say, Sawadee? You made them. You were holding off on the coffee. Oh yeah, hit like please. Thank you. Thanks for the reminder. We're talking about abundance and empowering ourselves and teachings. Do as I do, not as I say. I practice what I preach, but I'm not delusional. I'm not going to try and tell you that I'm just sat around meditating all day and focusing and writing down my goals and just focusing on that. Hell no, I'm working all the time. I'm working constantly. And you know what I'm doing when I'm not working? I'm working on myself. I'm learning things. And I'm training, and I'm learning about my diet, and I'm gotta put the work in. The Wheel of Fortune. Then luck comes on your side. Yeah, you make yourselves lucky. Talked about this months ago. But I'm so unlucky. Well, you make yourself lucky by making good choices in your life for yourself. When do I come online? It was 46 minutes ago, Karen. So always the same time each time. Because it's 7 a.m. for me when I come live, and it's 5 a.m. when I woke up this morning. I usually wake about 6. So the Wheel of Fortune, we get lucky then. So it's like when people say to me, oh, you're so lucky you live on a tropical island and you've got this, your business and you love doing it and you're so lucky. I'm not lucky. I didn't win any of it in a lotto. Didn't win my body and my fitness in a lotto. I worked for it. I didn't for a long time as well. It's all choices, right? We get lucky. Wheel of Fortune. Let's read this one out. See what else it's got for us. Yeah, then we get lucky when we build those foundations for ourselves, when we get stable. Karma, change, fate, movement, fortune, luck, chance. When the Wheel of Fortune comes up in a reading, it's time for change. Sometimes we choose to change, but other times we have no choice. Oh, choices again. We had that in Vertigo, right? So when you feel forced to change for whatever reason, how do you respond to that change? Are you not realizing the aspects to why this change is necessary? We've got to do things differently. Every day apart from Sunday, Karen, unless the occasional day I don't come on here for some reason, but usually every day apart from Sunday. My Sunday, Asia Sunday, which is Saturday for Europe and America. Everything happens for a reason. Remain open-minded, embrace change. If you feel unlucky lately, the Wheel of Fortune is telling you quite the opposite. Your luck is about to change for the better, but only if you make different decisions and only if you start looking after yourself. Because when it comes up in reverse, it means that your forward movement has come to a stop, feeling stagnant, feeling unlucky. Perhaps you're not making any progress to reach your goals. Maybe you're not doing it yourself. Maybe you're believing in the magic, the law of attraction, and you're not actually doing anything for it. Do you feel like you're running in place but not moving forward? Or maybe you're just doing things for other people, thinking that that's eventually going to get you what you want. This card can also indicate that you're moving way too fast. Slow down, move carefully, set a good pace. This card could also indicate that now would not be a good time to consider making any investments. Or perhaps the card is advising you against gambling. Yeah, don't play the lotto. The amount of effort and money you put into gambling will not have any rewards. Put it into solid foundations. You didn't know? I thought I said it at the start of every video. I think I do. I think I say it at the start of every video. Every day. Yeah, I do. So the Wheel of Fortune. Got to make yourself lucky by having this the stability that the Queen of Crystals creates for herself. Sorting out our material stuff, our foundations, getting secure on any of the higher level stuff, like fixing the world and other people and stuff like. Otherwise, we're just in a stress state or a depressed state, overly concerned with survival. So survival needs first. We've got to take care of ourselves first. It's self-love. It's practical self-love. Okay, more tarot. What shall I do the pick a card reading on today? Alana? Alana, I'm a pick a card reading person. Eight of Swords. Bound. Caught in a trap. So many traps. I've talked about a few of them. There's many teachers teaching traps, and they're making money teaching traps because people want that shortcut. They want the easy answer. They're struggling to try and do it themselves, to find that empowerment because they're out of alignment. And then they want to believe the teachers that are saying, just do this magical thing, just invest in this thing. You'll get everything that you want without money. Look at that. Look at all the light, the sun coming through the leaves, shining on me and the cards there. It looks really pretty. Nice. Not all from Australia. Nice. Not all from Australia. We're all over the world. Christine is. There you go. Julieta is. I'm English, Australian. Thai. Timothy's American. Where's everyone from? Yeah, let's put up where we're from. Thailand! What they want to change, what you want to change. Didn't I do that the other day? Wasn't that like 2 times ago? Shirley's from Australia too. Yeah, but everyone in the UK is asleep right now. They can't come anymore because the clock's changed. It was like midnight and now it's 2 a.m. or something like that for them. 1 a.m. Hi all. It feels really familiar that what they want to change, what you want to change. I'm sure I've talked about that recently. I'm wondering what I want to know personally. Nothing really. I'm not that interested in love right now. Or the new love. What about new love? Lana's Australian. So we're feeling bound. We're falling into traps. That's what I'm getting from this. Falling into traps. Be careful of that. Yes, the teachers can make it work. Because there's so many people looking for shortcuts. And that's what I try not to do on my channel. The channels. Look at YouTube. The channels that have got a lot of people. One's telling people what they want to hear. The gnarlier my readings are, the worse, the more thumbs down I get, the less views I get. People want to hear what they want to hear. They want the ego. They want the ego stroking. They want to hear that they're right. They don't want to hear about the work that they need to do or the change that they need to make. They don't want to hear that that person isn't going to come back to them. They don't want to hear that stuff. So, unfortunately, pretty much everyone is looking for the silver bullet, the shortcut, and they're falling into traps because of it. Change came up and pick a card. Did it? Yeah, I feel like I've only 15 here. Is that right? Daylight savings changes, does it, in Australia? Ah, Marie is there in the UK. There you go. You're working on your website in the middle of the night. There you go. Marie is in the UK. But everyone else is asleep. Marie is awake. No daylight saving here either. So what does that mean for Australia? I mean, it means your clocks are going. Oh, it's so confusing. Back. Your clocks are going back. So this is going to be an hour earlier for you. But we need to work on to align. It's juicier. It's going to make me less money now. Huh? Honestly, those readings where I'm tapping into what you want to hear, what your ego wants to hear. The reunions and stuff like that, I make a heap of money from those. The ones that have got the real good guidance in them. The ones I should be getting paid for, universe, more. I don't get paid for them. Hardly get any for them at all. Sucks. Sucks telling the truth. Good thing I've got private readings, people that are ready for the truth. New love would be okay if it's real. True love. New true love. Your next partner. Yeah, let's do that one. Your next partner. I'll do that. We need a bit of cheering up. I'll be on at 10 a.m. instead of 11. All right. So it's like morning coffee time for you, isn't it? Ego versus higher soul. Pretty similar to the mask concept, though, isn't it? Want to switch it up. Yeah, I think we need a little bit of positivity, a little bit of something to look forward to. Next relationship. You and them. I like that about the private love readings, because that goes into you, what you need to do to align with that, and then them, your next person, or your current relationship, or your next relationship. So it's interesting tapping into that. And Bundy. The Empress. Boom. It was almost the Queen of Wands, but I put her back. Don't be scared, Christine. You're aware of it. It didn't make me scared. It just made me realize, yes, I've lived that, and I'm not. I won't fall into that trap again. You'll notice. You're aware of it now. The Empress. So the Empress is empowered, right? She's okay with this story. We've got the Queen of Crystals, sorting stability out for herself first, her abundance out first, taking good care of her stuff for herself. Then she's lucky. Then she'll get lucky. Then the universe will help her do the higher level stuff. But don't fall into a trap. The silver bullet, the easy, the shortcut, the crap, the Ponzi schemes, the lotto. Don't gamble anything. Don't waste your time on that. Sort it out for yourself properly. Law of attraction teachers, or any kind of teachers, really, even business teachers. There's some business teachers teaching actual business out there, and there's some trying to teach shortcuts. Do this little golden thing, this secret, the easy steps to whatever. It's all over the internet. Don't believe any of that stuff. It's a trap. Hi, Nina. So the Empress, I need to read her out. Okay, I do need to read her out of that one, the Muse. What does the Muse say about the Empress? You'd think I'd know the numbers by now, but I don't. The Empress, nurturing energy, mothering love from the universe, Gaia and the divine feminine, fertility, healing, self-love, compassion, creating a path that's healing for yourself and for others, unbridled creativity, fruit from the creatrix. Yeah, you see, this is when you can be really creative. It's when you can focus on higher level stuff in the world. You can help the world when you can create things. Like I said, I used to be just so, looking back, so distracted by worry and money and stuff all the time when I hadn't sorted out those basics for myself. When I was falling into those traps, the business course, silver bullet traps, the shortcuts and all of that. And the law of attraction stuff too. And now, as I said, I don't even have to think about that stuff anymore. Now I can focus on higher level things. What do I really want to be putting out there? What do I want to create next, you know? Dripping with creation, the Empress strolls gracefully in her garden of ideas. She whistles tones of sacred geometry and spirals her voice into beautiful new patterns and timelines. Seeds spark, plans begin to shoot, and from somewhere across the distance she hears voices of singing children who are dancing their futures to life. Smiling, she pulls her hood back and showers their paths with new energy. Planets, worlds, lives, and love spirals out auspiciously from her starseed core. Thanks, Shirley. And they spiral out to you. This is the luck thing again, isn't it? You know, and then suddenly you're lucky enough to focus on the higher level things for you. You can access this ancient creator energy and birth your creations from your most readily available resource, love. Remember, it's got to be self-love first, then love with other people, then that creation, bigger and bigger. Starts with you and then goes outward from there. Isn't it nice? Thanks, Nina. Got it from Bao. You're made of the same fairy dust and shaped from the elements that originated from deep within her Big Bang heart. Using her musings to bring your most exquisite visions into being. Her golden seeds are, after all, everywhere. Well, wait, did you think those seeds were lessons? She muses. What a wonderfully perfect day for some lemonade. My voice keeps cutting out. Oh, look, the camera stopped. What's going on? Why can't technology just work? Just work. Why can't it just work? Okay, let's sort this out. Is it the camera? Yes, it's the camera. It's all of it, in fact. All right, that's the camera back on, but this isn't working. I'm going to have to be silent for a short time. There we go. Should be back now. So the Empress, she's lucky enough to focus on high-level things being creative because she's sorted out her abundance first. That's what the answer says. That's what the answer is. And as I said, so many people are getting it the wrong way around, thinking just do high-level things because religion's kind of told us that. Spiritual teachings told us that. Just take care of everyone else. Do high-level things. Just forget about yourself. Don't do something for yourself. Do something for everyone else, and you'll be looked after in the afterlife. Well, who's going to look after you in this life? And the afterlife is another life, if you understand what I mean. This is the afterlife from another life. You looked after us before in that life. You can't manifest the opposite of what you're doing. We've got to take care of ourselves first. So it starts with self-love, which doesn't mean just affirming to yourself and saying, I love me, I love me. It means actually doing something for yourself, creating something for yourself. Shirley, thanks for your donation. Is it worth continuing to wait? Oh, good question. Let's get a crystal for you. Is it? No. Let's find out more about that. The crystal says no, it's not worth you waiting. But let's see what your higher self says about it. Okay, so being alone for a while, it's kind of waiting, but it's not waiting. You know how I say when we're waiting, we're always waiting for ourselves. We're waiting for ourselves to get in alignment. We're waiting for ourselves to learn something. We're waiting for ourselves to get on the same page as our higher self. I touched my MacBook before. I'm going to have to unplug it because it just gave me a shock. It's not a shock, it just buzzes. Does anyone else get that? I just touch the crystal to ground me. Maybe the ground's better. Yeah, so Shirley, no, don't wait. But you're always waiting for yourself anyway, even if you think that you're waiting for someone else. So, you know how I was saying yesterday, and maybe you don't, what's it called? Rejection is God's protection. The universe steps in and keeps things away from us that aren't quite right for us until we do get in alignment. And then when we're in alignment, we generally are deciding, oh, that's not right for me. Then the universe can let up, stop putting brick walls in front of us to delay things, to prevent you coming together with someone or whatever it is that you're waiting for, because you'll make a good decision for yourself and say no anyway. And so that's what I'm getting here, is that it's all about you appreciating yourself. It feels like you deserve a whole lot more to me. Yeah, it feels like you deserve a whole lot more, Shirley. So, okay, so how can she get that? Okay, sometimes our ego wants us to make something work even though it's not going to work because we don't want to admit that we made an incorrect decision. And it's not that it was incorrect because we learned something from it. We're learning something from it. But we didn't get what we wanted to get from it. It wasn't like the successful outcome that we wished. So, but our ego, and it's not so much for ourselves, our ego wants to save face with other people. So we want to justify a decision that we made to everyone else that noticed, everyone else in our life, and we want to make it right. That's how we get into relationships with people that aren't quite right for us, and then try and get them to change. A lot of it is the reasoning behind that. Our ego wants to. We don't want to admit that we chose the wrong person in the first place, so we try and change them. Prove to everyone we chose right. So there's something in that. This is self-criticism that you're focused on, which might feel like you're focused on criticism, being criticized for other people. How could you not make it work? You know, it's like quitting a job. Like when I quit my corporate job, one of my friends, guy that I work for with, he said to me, you know, you'll just create the same thing again. There's no running away from your problems. You'll just create the same thing again. But here's the thing, I didn't, right? I didn't. I went to Australia, I moved to Australia, and then I created my own business. I didn't get into the same thing again. So it's not necessarily true. But he also said to me, what else did he say? There was something else. All of these criticisms come out, right? I was going to say them. People were scared. But I'd learned and I'd grown, right? And I realized this corporate life, it's not for me. It's not for me. I need to be doing my own thing. And yeah, it scared everyone else, but that's not the path, so that's okay. But my ego was okay about me leaving there and forging my own path and doing my own thing. But I could have wanted to stay there and prove my first choice of going into that corporate work right. 8 years of it I did. It was fun, you know. Anyway. You're expecting criticism, you're trying to stick with something when... I'm going to get a couple more out. There you go, you see? You've got abundance. So there's so much more available to you, so much more. So really what you're doing is you're waiting for yourself to catch up. To catch up to realizing that you're appreciated, you deserve more, and you don't need to prove to everyone else past energies. You don't need to prove to everyone else past energies. Do what you love. Abundance. Do who you love. Maria, thanks for your donation. Higher self guidance for you. I like the hippos. A new approach to decisions. Oh, wow. PayPal is well behind. So if anyone has given a PayPal donation, you need to tell me, because someone ordered a reading like 2 hours ago and I just got the email through. So definitely let me know if you've done a PayPal donation, because I won't see it. Maria, decide, find a new approach. Decisions. It's kind of similar. Because I was just showing a dog, a dog with a chew toy where they just won't let go. Made a decision and just won't let go of it. Hang on. A new approach. What's Maria's new approach? It's that fight again. I've picked up on this before in your energy. Okay. So, yeah, it's that dog holding on to something, making a decision and hold on to it and not let it go, and kind of causing a fight instead of surrendering, instead of letting it go. It's really similar to what I've just said to Shirley. The advice is similar anyway, but the situation is completely different. So you've made a decision about something and you're sticking really firmly to it. It's not supporting you. You've got to flow and keep on making new decisions as you learn. So that's what the surrender card is about. It's don't have such. Yes, it was a big thing for you to make that decision, but then don't cling to that, because it took you some courage to make that decision, but don't cling to that decision, because there's further evolution that goes from there. That's what the message is. Remember, okay, so this life, any kind of a goal or something that you set yourself, something that you're going to work towards, it's like you jump on a new spiral and then you learn and grow up that spiral. Yeah. So you've jumped onto that spiral. That was the decision that you made. Great decision. Awesome. But then you have to go up that spiral. You don't just cling on to where you jumped to, right? Surrender and keep on going up that spiral of love, meaning there's an even better way to do it. There's even better decisions to make. You took the big step, the giant leap kind of thing, but there's even more to know, more to learn, more decisions to make that will be even better for you. So surrender to that path of love is what it's saying, and that sounds so cheesy. So I hope I've actually explained what that actually means. New decisions, learning more, changing your mind, be flexible about it. Be flexible and grow and change those decisions. But commend yourself for making that big decision at first, because that's a big thing. Jumping from one place to another. That's what I was getting. Hi, Jenny. You're welcome. Okay, so we're the Empress now, and we're being able to create and feel lucky at last. Of course, we've sorted ourselves out first. Whatever path you're on, whatever part of that path that you're on, always got to start out with self-love first, and that means empowering yourself and doing things for yourself and your stability first before you start giving anything out to anyone else. Make sure you're doing it for yourself first. Don't give a thing away if your life is lacking in some way. If you're struggling, stop trying to help other people that are struggling. Help yourself first. Help yourself first. And you might look at me and think that this is what I'm doing. I'm not. I tell you, and apart from the channelings that I'm doing about relationships, that new stuff that's coming through, that's me learning along at the same time, but I'm doing the work too, I'm not sat back just telling you about it and not doing it. That's not what I do. So putting that work in. Yes, you made the right decision, Maria. Was that in question? Oh, sure, you did PayPal. Five of Pentacles, left out in the cold. Leaving yourself out in the cold. It's really powerful, you know, when we make a decision for ourselves like that. Right, I'm going to sort out my problems first, my struggles first, fill up my bank account, have some savings so I can then focus on all of these things that I want to do in the world and helping other people. Get focused on me first, because I'm the one, or the inner child is the one that's really struggling here with abandonment issues, all kinds of things going on. And there I am, continuing to abandon myself while I'm focusing on everyone else and their struggles, trying to help them even though I'm struggling. Why is it so powerful when we do that? Right, I'm going to put myself first and look after myself, because the universe agrees with us on that. They're like, yeah, you're the only one you can help anyway, really. Get that foundation, that self-love foundation sorted out first. And the universe backs you up in that, because it's like, at last, she's going to take care of herself. At last. We've been having to pick her up off the floor so many times now. We've been saving her ass all the time. And now she's going to look after herself so that we don't have to save her ass, so that we can give her creative things to do, bigger things to do in the world, because she's taking care of herself now. You stop baking and giving it away. Good. At some point you'll start baking and selling it, I'm sure. So, leave yourself out in the cold. Told you all before, when I realised that I was abandoning, and then I just blanket stopped doing everything for everyone else. Focused on myself. Sherry. Let's have a look. Okay. Well, why don't you just fill in the rest of that for me? When you want it to, it doesn't. And when you know, like it's not autocorrect, it's autofill or something like that. You type something in and then it completes it. If you don't want it to do that, it doesn't. If you do want it to do it, it doesn't. Like if I put pay in, I want it to come up with a pal at the end of it. And I've already clicked. When I've put pay in, I presume that it'll put pal after it. So yeah, that's the self-love thing, is realizing that we're leaving ourselves out in the cold. Yeah, you're definitely doing too much, Christine. Time for you to be loved. You gotta love yourself first. Can't even log into PayPal. I've got new gym gear arriving today. I'm excited about that. I'm gonna sort out my cupboards as well, and my clothes and stuff. I've got so many old clothes that are way too big and shabby, especially gym gear. Shabby. Not shabby chic either. Shabby. Sherry. Not shabby, but I see it. Thank you for your donation. It's spinning! Oh, it is, look. Should be okay. Oh, it's frozen. No, I'm moving again now, according to this. It's spinning again. My fingers type quicker than my mind. I write, so my handwriting is terrible because of that. My mind goes so fast. I'm not so bad with typing, but I do heavily rely on that, what I was just talking about, putting pay in and it coming up with pal at the end of it. I heavily rely on that. Sherry, thanks for your donation. High self-guidance, please. Hopefully I'm back, am I? Don't want to, yeah, I am. Don't want to do these mini reads and you not hear them. Ah! Yes, Sherry, what I've been talking about. Fear of lack, go within, fear of lack. Like I said, When you're in fear of lack, when you don't have that stability of your abundance, you are completely controlled by survival needs. Whether you want to admit it or not, you're worried. And a lot of people have only ever been in that state and they have no idea how freeing it is when you don't have to think about money anymore. And it's funny because the people that I think that are like that are in that state, complain about other people saying, oh, all they think about is money. It's like, no, the ones with money, you're not thinking about it anymore at all. You're thinking about higher level things then. And so, yeah, it's the ones that have fear of lack that are always thinking about money and make it a big deal. So, how can we help you with this? You've got to soothe yourself, right? Because that worry, whether you're aware of it or not, is keeping you in fight or flight. It's keeping you stressed out. It's keeping you only ever at survival level of life. Hey, Stephanie. And yeah, that's why it's go within. You've got to soothe yourself first. So you've got to realize that Sherry, that your well-being is more important than anything else. More than money, more than paying the bills or the rent or anything like that. More than helping the world and sharing your gifts with the world. Your well-being is more important than anything else. You had a newborn baby and it was crying, you'd pick it up and soothe it, wouldn't you? You would give it whatever it needed. You wouldn't go, no, dinner's more important than that, and leave the baby crying. You wouldn't go, no, paying the rent's more important than that, and go out and go to work and leave the baby there crying. You wouldn't do that. You prioritize that baby. Now, it's not just newborn babies that are worthy. All of us are. We don't change from that point. We're all worthy. You've got to prioritize your well-being. So make yourself feel better. Realize that your well-being is way more important than any lack that you're experiencing. Way more important. And so when you do that and soothe yourself and just tell yourself, look, it's not worth worrying about. And me worrying about it isn't making it better or fixing anything at all. And I can't come up with any solutions. I'm not even in the vicinity of solutions while I'm like that. So I'm just going to feel better. That's all I can do right now. I'm just going to feel better. And then do whatever makes you feel better. Go sit on the beach or go and sit in the pool. That's what I did. Watching the birds and the eagles and the dragonflies and just change my focus completely on my own well-being and feeling better. That's what the Go Within card is about. So, and your ego will be screaming at you, no, that's not useful. Worry about it. Worry about it. You're in lack. You can't waste time. Keep on worrying, keep on worrying. But really, you can't do anything good from a place of stress. It takes considerable effort to snap yourself out of it, but it's the only way out of it. So, Sherry, what else? Prepare and listen. So, you've got to realize what what is your ego fears? Like as I said, your ego is going to scream at you. No, you need to worry. You need to be thinking about this bill or whatever area the lack is in your life. you should be worried about it. It's the only responsible thing to do is just stress yourself out about it. you know. But you've got to listen to that and call your ego out on it. It's just fear, and it takes you away from what you want. It takes you away from it. So prepare yourself by calming yourself down, eliminating that stress. It really is the most important thing. Your well-being. It's your foundations. It's the foundations of self-love. It's what I've been talking about. This is talking about making your material stuff, but you're like one step behind that, in a way. Sorting the self-love stuff out first, calming yourself down enough first so you can be able to get to that point. Camera stopped working again. About time they fixed this. These people that make this software. Sorting yourself out first, calming yourself down so that you can even get to the point where you can focus on your stability, your survival needs and all of that. Stephanie. Fats. I'm eating more fish at the moment. I'm eating a lot of salmon right now. I'm in the salmon phase. Good fats. Tuna. So, for the collective, let's not leave ourselves out in the cold anymore. Let's not leave ourselves out of it and try and look after everyone else. Another one of these out while PayPal's being slow. And then we'll do Stephanie. I'm not receiving the emails from PayPal. They're about 2 hours behind at the moment. There you are. Thanks, Vida. If you put a question in it, I didn't see it. Oh, I think you put a question in here. Yes, you did. The Two of Rings. Fluctuation and adaptability. We've got to be flexible. Especially in a world that's telling us what's important and what's not important. And then we realise it's all ass over tit. It really is. We've got to ignore what everyone else is telling us is important because it's not, you know? We've got to be adaptable. We've got to go against the grain. We've got to go against what anyone else is saying. Society is saying because they got it wrong. It's not the stuff that's important. Stop leaving ourselves out in the cold. So, of course, it starts with self-love. What is self-love? Well, it's, first of all, it's your well-being first. It's got to be your well-being first. If that means reeling yourself back in, being a total hermit, focusing on your diet, your exercise, calming yourself down, listening to guided meditations. If you're on here, you have access to YouTube, right? Listening to guided meditations. If you're on here, you have access to YouTube, right? There's so many resources on YouTube to calm us down. Not watching the news. What else can you do? Just getting out into nature. What else did I do? Calming ourselves down completely. And so that's the first stage. And then when you just make that your business, your priority, your number one priority, your number one priority, your full-time job, to be calm, not even happy, just calm, just settled and feeling better. Just naturally you will get some ideas then for your foundations, because you've started with that foundation. We've got to start with that foundation. It's right here in the middle of our heart, in my crystal heart there. The little one inside of us, the baby inside of us, the inner child, right? Taking care of the inner child is really important. So treating ourselves like that newborn baby, taking the best care of ourselves, not neglecting her or him, not putting them in bad situations, really taking care of them, the well-being, doing that for ourselves again. It's like reparenting ourselves really, but right from day dot, right from the beginning. Change your diaper, make sure that you've got the best breast milk, and soothe yourself, yeah? Reparenting yourself. And then as you do that, naturally you'll start growing up emotionally, because you're keeping yourself safe, you're able to emotionally grow up, then you'll naturally want to, like a kid does when they get to the teenage years, they want to know how they can make some money to get something for themselves. You'll naturally start getting into that kind of an energy. You'll get ideas and that to build up, but still you're in that foundations of I'm taking care of me. So what you'll attract then is ideas to take care of you even more for the abundance and stuff. And then naturally from there, once all of that is sorted out and once you're abundance and it's all good, everything's flowing, you're going to attract people that want to take care of you too, ideas, and you'll then have plenty to give to others. You'll have ideas about how you can change the world, the higher level stuff. It has to start out with that core though. Yeah. So important. I never understood it. When I wasn't loving myself, I never understood it. People said, well, just love yourself. I'm like, what does that even mean? Hey, Lakey. Lakey. What does it mean? What does it even mean, loving yourself? I thought it was like a feeling. It's hard. It's hard when you haven't been parented properly, or if you've been abused like I was when you were a kid. It's hard to tap into that self-love thing. You have to learn it. You have to start it all over again. You have to start from the beginning. You've got to start from the beginning. Whereas most of us are coming from like a wounded place, completely wounded, but trying to focus on the high level stuff, trying to be the empress before we've even been a little baby and emotionally nurtured our way through that. Stephanie. Thanks for your donation, Stephanie. Got on a bit of a tangent there. How's self-guidance for you, Stephanie? Let's find out. Oh, abundance for you as well. I feel like Oprah. Abundance for everybody. Abundance, be with nature. Okay. In between. Right. So you've made some headway, Stephanie, into abundance, but this is saying be with nature, which is that calming thing. So it feels like you're, don't put the cart before the horse kind of thing. It feels like you're trying to do both at that, to talk about what I just talked about then before I did yours. So you get the foundations right, but you're doing both at the same time, right? So yeah, trying to juggle the two. And trying to create and be artistic, right? You're trying to do everything at once here. Yes, you're taking on way too much here. You're trying to do everything at once. That's all the stages of what I just talked about, right? Being with nature, calming ourselves down, looking after ourselves first, just nature, just sleep, emotional state, and abundance, and creation, artistic and creation. This is high level stuff. You're trying to do it all at once. Instead of just that path. So you're expecting a lot from yourself, Stephanie. Expecting yourself to do it all at once. Which means very high functioning. You can do that. You've got a lot within you, but it also means that you're kind of hard on yourself. You expect way too much of yourself. You expect yourself to be able to run a marathon before you've even done any training for it, that kind of thing. So when you get that sequence right and allow yourself to take it step by step and be wherever you're at and start at the beginning, start the training kind of thing. It's this, isn't it? It's like, don't leave yourself out in the cold. Be flexible and adaptable. Start again with everything that you've learned so far. You've progressed fast, but be willing to set yourself free. Be willing to start again, Stephanie. You'll be surprised. You're not really starting again, because we don't lose any of the knowledge that we've got, any of the wisdom that we've got, all of the practice that we've had. So you've been trying to do everything at once. Does that make sense, Stephanie? You've been trying to do the self-love and the abundance and being creative, and you're trying to do the baby stuff and the teenage stuff and the young adult stuff and the middle adult stuff and the old adult stuff all at once. That kind of way. Doesn't happen overnight. That's it. And there we have it again, isn't it? It's that instant. Oh, I should be able to do it all straight away. I should be able to manifest it all straight away. I should have like instant. It's like, no, we've got to focus on the long term. We're here to learn and grow. We're not here. If we were perfect, we wouldn't come to Earth. We wouldn't be incarnated here. There'd be nothing to do. If you already knew everything, you don't enroll yourself into school. You don't enroll yourself into school, what, so you can show up and go, I know it all already, and lord it over everyone. And we don't do that. We enroll ourselves into school, and that's what this planet is. To learn, to take it step by step. So it doesn't happen overnight. We don't want it to, because then life would be over. We want to learn and grow and have that experience all the way through, because we learn even more than we expected to along the way. I need more coffee. I'll be right back. And then I'm going to pick some cards out, some tea leaf cards and some of those, that new deck 7 energies or whatever it's called, with some more coffee in my belly. In my belly. I think I'll have vanilla extract in it. In this one. Oh no, it's got to the point of the coffee where I can't pour it out. Oh no, it's not very much left. Oh no, it's half a cup. Okay, that's going to be very sweet. Half a cup of coffee. Stephanie. I used to do that too, Stephanie. And I've got lots of self-determination and all of that, self-motivation. But we don't need to do it. Or I couldn't, in fact, do it all at once. I had to get back to basics. That's what I did a few. Yeah, on that treadmill, you know. The rat race, isn't it? That's the rat race. Hi, Philomena. You are late. Let's get some of these out. I'm really loving these cards. What's she called? Collarbone Reed. Where is she? These ones, the Oracle of the 7 Energies. I'm liking it. What are those cards? I'll focus on it. Feeling the world beyond the... Oh, it's very small. Beyond the ordinary. Wish upon a star. Haven't seen the Wish upon a Star yet. In real life. Birds of a feather flock together. Ah, our tribe. Birds of a feather flock together. And I've mentioned this before, is when you start really looking after yourself like that and get those basics of self-love down pat, you're doing it by yourself at first. Absolutely you are. But naturally you start opening up to people that are also loving themselves too. You recognize it in them. People that you would have ignored before because they're keeping to themselves and they're doing their own thing. Now you're one of those. You start noticing them, and they will notice you, and they're like, oh, another non-scary person that's taking care of themselves, that doesn't want me to take care of them, that masquerading as them trying to take care of me. And they open up to you, you open up to them, and they're the ones you can receive properly from. So birds of a feather flock together. You recognize them. Oh, you're going extreme. Hardcore. Yeah. So you're meant for great things, Stephanie. You just have to start again. You've gained a lot from trying to do that. It's a strong person that tries to do that and manages to make it work somewhat. Now imagine what you can do if you get back to basics. And so the birds of a feather, they flock together. Those that take care of themselves. And the opposite too. And when you're doing that, and then you start seeing people that are in codependency, that are like in addictions and stuff like that, it's really shocking. It's like watching someone abuse a baby. It's shocking. It's really shocking. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ. And you're like, fuck, I used to hang out with people like that. I used to be like that. Oh my God. It's truly shocking. It's like watching someone beat themselves up. It's scary. That's why I only go to the gym now. No, I don't only go to the gym, but I don't go to those places where those people hang out anymore. I only go to the places where people look after themselves. Go to, because I'm looking after myself and I'm not interested in going to those shocking places. So, no, I won't share that story because it's horrible. But we get these wake-up calls, these shocks, these shocking things, the ugly mirrors, I call them, people doing things to the extreme around us to show us what we're doing to ourselves. Waking the lion. Roar. Wow, powerful card. Strength. Waking the lion. Your true power will come out then. Divine Matrix. Yeah, way more will be possible. It's that spiral, isn't it? Way more will be possible. This is why we've got that Wheel of Fortune and the Emperor saying the universe is going to help you out. I mean, way more is going to be possible. If you're trying to achieve things before you're ready for it, before you've got those firm foundations in yourself, just wait until you've got the firm foundations in place and the whole universe helps you out. Imagine what you can do if you, get back to basics. Because we don't lose anything, right? It's like if I were to somehow lose my business, I don't know how I'd manage to do that, but if I was to somehow lose my business, would I have lost anything? No, because I'm still me. I've still got the skills. I still know exactly how to make another business. I would be successful straight away, next day. I could do it in a day because I won't have lost anything. No one can take it away from me because it is me, because I've learned it. I'm not going to lose my vibration. I'm not going to lose my abilities. So, same with you. Start again. Start again from the ground up. That's why millionaires just become millionaires straight away when they lose everything. Same reason. It's not because they're just in that vibration and magically focusing on things and sitting there in meditation. No, it's because they've learned, because they've put the work in, because they've learned, yes, they've got that vibration, but it's because they've done it. And they can trust themselves and all of that. Yeah, we're allowed. And we're allowed to, right? We're allowed to do that. It's not wrong. Don't listen to those people that say it's wrong, like abundance is wrong and stuff like that. Don't listen to them. They're the ones that haven't been able to do it themselves, so they're making excuses. So that, it must be wrong then. If I can't manifest it myself, then it must be wrong. It must be like against the laws of religion or something. Because I'm amazing and I should have been able to do it. just pure ego. Right. Yeah, who was it that said that? Was it Michael Koenigs? It was Mike Koenigs that said it. Firecracker, excitement. This card comes out so much, doesn't it? Excitement. Yay, it is exciting. See, that's what I was saying. It's not that law of attraction doesn't exist. It's not. And it's not that manifestation doesn't exist. But you need to have the foundations there. The universe needs to be able to work with you. It needs to be able to trust you. Know that you're taking care of yourself first. And then it's like, right, now we've got one. Now we've got one that's empowered themselves, that they know themselves, they're taking care of themselves. Now we can work with them. Yeah. It's like me and my readings. The universe can work with me because I'm be truthful and stuff. It can't work with people that aren't being that. Timothy used to jump out of aeroplanes. Rock climbing. I might try that. Or maybe I should just do the trapeze. I don't know. A light-hearted. A light-hearted carefree time. A light free time. I was jumping ahead of myself. Light-hearted carefree time. Ease and flow. You can get there, but you have to find foundations first. And isn't it a shame that people have children before they're wise enough to grow those children properly, to actually love and nurture them so that they don't need to do it themselves? Well, we didn't have that. And people are still having babies before they've got this in themselves. And so this is going to keep on happening, that we need to do it, reprogram ourselves. And there's nothing wrong with that either, because we learn so much more by getting it all wrong first, by falling over first and all of that. But it is going to lead to an exciting and light-hearted, carefree time where carefree and you're not worried about anything anymore because it's all working out and it's all flowing. Sherry, I just got your email for your donation. Super slow today. Doing it perfect quickly. Yeah. Yeah. What else have we got? So it's going to be exciting, light-hearted, carefree time. So pretty much Stephanie's situation is what we've all been doing, right? It's like, but I want that perfect relationship. I want the twin flame. I want the one. Guides are like, well, have patience. They're like, I don't want to be patient. I want it now. Well, you're not ready. But I am ready. I'm ready. I've done the work. I'm ready. But you're not ready. You know? It will flow, but let's not put the cart before the horse. Let's wait until we're properly ready. You will be taken care of in difficult times, right? The universe will save you. It will keep on saving your ass. It will. But that's not abundance when it has to keep on saving your ass because you're not taking care of yourselves. You will be taken care of in difficult times, but the universe can't do anything better than just keep on picking you up off the floor if you keep on slamming yourself down on the floor. If you want to do higher level things, you've got to pick yourself up off the floor. That's what I'm going to call this. Pick yourself up off the floor. Teapot. I'm a little teapot. Deep friendship with someone of the same sex. What's that about? I need to ask more about that because that seems random. What's this about? Pleasure with a close friend. Okay, tell us more about this. Why are you telling us about this close friend? Casket. Kill them. Imagine if the cards were like that. That close friend. Invite them round for tea. Kill them. Casket. Someone going out of your life at the end of a situation. Aha. Okay. So you know how we got this? Birds of a feather flock together. You'll recognize the ones that are loving themselves. It's like a totally different species. They feel very safe, You don't have to do it for them anymore. So, a close friend of the same sex, you are close to going out of your life. So, as you do this self-loving thing, absolutely, people will go out of your life. Because, like I said, it's shocking when you see them again and you're like, oh my God. It's like watching someone shoot up or slashing themselves with razor blades or punching themselves in the face. And you see them and you're like, wow. Once you start taking care of yourself, it's shocking. As shocking as it is, well, I don't need to tell you, you've all seen the shocking things in the world. So your friendships will change. You'll have to let them go. You can't take them with you. They're not doing it themselves. Gotta get your kids to bed. Thanks, Nina. Sleep well. Sweet dreams. So yeah, you'll open up to new friends. I can attest to that. It happened for me. What else should we get out? I'll get these and then I'll finish because I've got to do that pick a card read and get myself to the gym. It's a riddle. What's a riddle? It's that dick to me, isn't it? It's oh, wouldn't it have been great if we had like perfect parents and then we were like hit the ground running and all of this stuff was done. But no, we wouldn't be that great because we know the truth of it. Those that have had the biggest challenges end up doing the greatest things. So which is better, having the perfect childhood or going through all of the crap and then having to learn it ourselves and reaching much greater heights because of it? Good friend got arrested. Wow. So the riddle, let's not try and guess it. Like, let's not do the why me, poor me, that kind of thing. Well, I know that we chose it. We chose the circumstances that we were going to be around. Very good reason. I just like imagine if I'd been born in Thailand and I'd found my Thai when I was younger and just my life would be so different. But I'm kind of glad that I had it the way that I had it. Uh-oh. Wi-Fi just tripped. The camera stopped working. Well, let's end it there because I think that's a sign. Stop going on, Claire. Stop going on, Claire. I'm going to disconnect you now. So thanks everyone for coming along. Her energy was getting crazy. Yeah, they do. It gets crazier and crazier and then you're like, oh my God, I used to be like that. It's shocking. It's really shocking. The ugly mirrors. Yeah. Anyway, thanks everyone for coming along. Thanks for your donations and your support of my channel. The weekly is going to be up. Oh, camera. I give up. The weekly is going to be up this evening, so check that out on my YouTube channel. See you all. Let's do it all over again tomorrow. Bye.